Invite viewers to post their location and local time. In the heart of San Francisco, the Salesforce Tower gleams like ambition itself. And inside, Asher Whitman, 53, a biotech billionaire, stands at a floor-to-ceiling window. His usual confidence falters, hands tremble. Sweat beads on his forehead. Doctors and executives circle, flipping folders, muttering numbers nobody outside this world understands. Your labs don't match any known disease model. Dr. Laura Hammond says, voice polite but tense. Cancer? None. Autoimmune? Negative. Metabolic imbalance? Nada. Yet his body collapses under its own mysterious weight. Asher has already traversed the world's top hospitals: Mayo, Stanford, Johns Hopkins, Cleveland Clinic, 19 specialists, each an expert. Still, they're stumped. Miles away, Mariah Sanders pushes her cart through Powell Bart, hair in a neat bun, navy coat shielding her from December fog. She's 39, a janitor who spent 3 years cleaning Asher's penthouse. She knows his routines: black coffee at 6:30 a.m. The hidden photograph of his daughter. The multiplying prescription bottles. Her grandmother, a folk healer, once said, people don't die just because of illness. They die because nobody listens to what the body's screaming. Mariah has learned to trust that intuition. That afternoon, alarms wail. Security races past her as she glides toward the elevator. On the 59th floor, Asher collapses mid-meeting. Paramedics swarm. Doctors bark instructions. Shareholders freeze mid-applause. But Mariah smells itzamething beneath the clinical antiseptic. A scent of inner decay, of unspoken grief. The same she recognized when her father lay dying despite appearing fine. She steps forward, damp uniform clinging, unnoticed. And that invisibility allows the impossible to begin. Mariah slips into UCSF Medical Center under her janitorial disguise. Cart in tow, a mop and cleaner masking her real intent. Her target, room 724, where Asher Whitman lies tangled in wires. A man drowning in grief rather than disease. She studies him like a cartographer mapping uncharted territory, tremors in his hands. Shallow breaths. Pallor. Lavender oil. A blend of calming herbs from her grandmother. Rests in her pocket, a fringe remedy dismissed by the scientific community but trusted by generations of her family. Historians still debate the value of such folk remedies. But Mariah doesn't pause to argue. She acts. Mr. Whitman, she murmurs, dabbing the oil on his pillow. You're not dying from a disease. You're dying of a heart that's never been allowed to heal. His eyelids flutter. The icy blue eyes that once commanded boardrooms now search hers for understanding. Who are you? He croaks. I've been cleaning your penthouse for 3 years. She says, and I've been watching you listen to everyone but yourself. Her words pierce the sterile air. She doesn't offer prescriptions, just insight, empathy, and courage to face the trauma he's buried for years: the death of his daughter. Annie. 2 days pass. No medication changes, no new procedures. Yet vitals stabilize. Tremors cease. Migraines retreat. The billionaire who measured life in patents now breathes again. The secret? Not science, but attention to the silent scream of grief lodged in his heart, decoded by someone trained in observation, listening, and empathy rather than lab equipment. Sometimes, the weirdest remedies like crocodile dung, sunscreen, and history work when conventional wisdom fails. Asher awakens on the 3rd morning, not reaching for files, but his phone. He types a location: Graceland Cemetery, Lot 42. Children's Memorial Garden, the resting place of Annie. A billionaire confronting raw loss instead of hiding behind charts and boardroom bravado. Across the city, Mariah continues her quiet life, unaware of the ripple she's caused. Where a personnel file arrives, It paints suspicion and past missteps, trespasses, aliases, non-scientific methods. Yet Asher sees a woman who understood limits of science and the depth of human emotion. A week after leaving the hospital, he makes deliberate choices, removing family photos, declining therapy sessions, refusing to pretend he's healed while emotionally fractured. Ironically, his health continues improving. Weeks later, he finds Annie's pale blue card, scribbled with forgiveness. His hands tremble, not from illness, but from recognition. Healing begins with self-compassion, determined to honor Mariah's role. He invites her for coffee. Their meeting is understated. No boardroom, no press, just a billionaire and a janitor acknowledging quiet bravery, listening, and guiding toward emotional clarity. 3 months later, the Annie Whitman Healing Initiative launches, bridging traditional medicine and holistic emotional support. Community therapy, holistic practices, and unconventional methods find recognition, with Asher as founding advisor and Mariah as honorary director. When asked why a billionaire would back such methods, he smiles faintly, because I survived thanks to someone the world refused to believe in. Sometimes, the hands that clean, listen, and observe carry more power than those that command or measure. Sometimes, the person who saves us isn't a doctor, but a human attuned to invisible cries for help. Historians may debate efficacy. Skeptics may roll eyes. But in that sunlight-filled coffee shop, miracles are real because someone finally listened. Breathe. Let city sounds fade. Ambition soften into the quiet rhythm of hearts behind walls and glass. Healing isn't always loud. It's a whispered acknowledgement that pain exists. Grief deserves attention, and no wealth or title can replace presence. Mariah carried no degree, stethoscope, or gold nameplate-only observation, empathy, and a legacy of listening passed down like a family heirloom. That was enough to change a life, redirect the course of a man who thought he had to conquer the world alone. Asher learns that spreadsheets can't chart forgiveness, that the pulse of a heart outweighs any ticker symbol, and courage can appear unexpectedly. Strength is often quiet, unseen, and human. The one who notices what others ignore, who listens when others talk, can carry the heaviest burdens with gentle hands. In the silence that follows, perhaps you'll notice your own heart, your own unheard whispers, waiting for someone or yourself to finally listen.